Hi, everyone. Welcome to episode 66. We are back during the day, so we're more lively.
Mm-hmm. Been loving this.
Yeah, it's real nice.
Me too.
We don't.
It does make a
By
big
the end,
difference.
I'm
I
not
know.
like that.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It
it's
feels
huge.
good to
we
feel
don't
alive.
fall asleep mid conversation. So,
Okay.
all right. Well, let's get into some updates.
This is Ashley
Molly.
Kim.
and
Tara.
we are four best friends who by fate moved into the same cul-de-sac. We talk all things mom, wife, and woman. We are Moms Take 5.
Oh. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok. Subscribe on YouTube.
Yes, if you didn't catch all that, give us a follow on Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube. You can watch. We have a few TikToks. Hopefully, we'll be making some more.
Mm-hmm.
You might be able to watch our podcast on TikTok
TikTok.
soon.
I know. I'm real excited about that. So cool.
So we'll keep you guys posted on that.
We will.
And if we get 1,000 followers on YouTube,
I'm still waiting to get my moves out there.
what
you
a
know?
Yeah.
music video.
We're
We're
getting
there.
there. We're getting
We're there.
Hey,
You don't have to
we
watch
have
it on
grown,
there, guys,
though.
but just follow us.
Yeah.
yes, just
Yeah.
subscribe.
Yep. Just subscribe.
Oh yeah, subscribe.
Yeah,
That's
you don't.
it.
You don't
Follow
have to
us.
listen every week or watch it. You don't want to.
We just want you to subscribe. That's
Just
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
We
Yeah.
just want to make a music video.
That's right.
We selfishly just want to do it.
Yeah.
All right, what updates do we have, guys?
Ava is doing a summer camp.
If you can hear
Yes.
children screaming, they
She's
are being
doing it
taken
right
care
now.
of.
Yeah, she is. She is loving it. Every day, it's only 2 hours on Mondays and Tuesdays because those are the days I don't work, so I'm able to help her, and so that it's not happening while I'm working because that would be pretty chaotic. But I've helped her like plan it and stuff, and she's so funny. She
Wait,
gets
is it
so
happening
excited.
next week too?
Yeah, 3 weeks.
Okay.
I
So
didn't know
because
that
she starts school the 16th.
Okay.
So like we'll do this week, next week, and the next week.
Oh,
So
nice.
each day has
Okay.
so each day has a theme. So like yesterday was Space Odyssey, and they made like little alien headbands, and they played Blast Off, and anyway, it's so cute. They made little fruit rockets on a shish kebab. Anyway, today is Under the Sea,
Under this.
so they're doing like
From about
stuff.
11 o'clock today, the boys were watching the clock. And then like
Yep.
the last half hour, it was literally like every minute.
Time.
It changed.
Yeah.
It changed when the clock would change.
That was Lucy
That's
too.
cute.
She's like, so how much longer? I was like 15 minutes. Okay, well, like, is that a long time? Or she has no sense of time.
Jack was counting down
No.
too.
He was.
And she was like, okay, what kind? I'm like, honey, I know that you're excited. We have plenty of time. Can you just let me get my stuff done first, and then I'll help you get all the things ready? But she was like, I was like, stop it.
Oh, I love
I
that.
love it.
It's cute.
Same. Freya and Rock since yesterday because I reminded them, hey, you go to camp today, summer camp with Ava. They're asking
cute.
constantly, but I love sending them over like, sweet,
Yeah,
2 hours
sweet, 2
of
hours.
free time, and my kids are happy. And
It's
Yeah.
perfect time too because it's right at Van's nap time. I'm
Right.
like, now it's really
Yeah.
quiet.
Yeah.
right? You get some same like Freya. I almost said Freya. Zeta starts to get tired around then. So
Yep.
leaving Mark with Zeta today, I'm like, dude, you got a pretty
Get to
sweet
get
couple
nap.
hours, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
I thought it was only an
awesome.
hour. So we tried to go to the Airspace Museum and it was closed.
Yeah.
Like the one day of the week it's
Dang it.
closed.
I know.
So we drove like an hour. It's fine.
Oh
Oh,
It's the worst.
But when we got home, it was like there was still like 20 minutes left. And I was like, you guys can go over. And they just took off.
Yeah. They came in. They walked straight in. Even today, I'm actually like, maybe because it's a certain time, so maybe Telly feels a little more comfortable with that,
Yeah.
knowing that like, but I mean, they even stayed an hour and a half after.
They
or whatever,
did.
Till I was like, hey, we have to go. So everyone has to go.
I know.
Yeah.
I was surprised. Like it was like 3:30. I'm like, they're still
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, if she's fine with that.
Yeah. I figured
They can
I
keep
figured
playing.
that would happen. Like they're
Yes.
fine to just stay if they're
And
all
play.
entertained and happy, you know?
It was
So
cute
I
though
find-
that Freya was telling me all about it right
Yeah?
when she got home.
Good.
They loved it.
That's
So
cute. It's fun.
Ava she's like you in that way. I feel like she's organized. She's really good at kind of preparation and
Yeah.
following the schedule. You
She
know,
likes it. Yeah.
Yes.
She was rushing a little bit yesterday. I was like, make sure you're taking your time with each thing. And I told her, like, we kind of planned it. So we do like a craft or like a book or something, and then something that's more movement so that it kind of keeps them engaged. Cause if you're doing a bunch of stuff, they're going to get bored anyway. So I talked to her about that. And then I was like, and make sure you're taking your time during each thing. Otherwise you're going to run through everything and not have anything to do at the end, you know? So
Right.
when
Yeah.
just playing is fine too. But anyway, she's loving it.
It's adorable.
So cute.
So cute. She's like, I'm going to do it next year, but I'm going to do more. Maybe I'll expand. I was like, I don't know where you're going to do this. Like, we don't know. I don't
It's
know.
like
We have
maybe
the
I'll take
space.
them on field trips,
Right.
activities. Ashley's like,
Well, I told her, I
Maybe
said,
I'll expand. I love it.
could go to
Yeah.
the jump place.
seriously, she's all about it.
But she's like, can I borrow your van, Mom?
Yeah. We'll be back around 5.
Right?
Well, I told her, I said, I'm not paying for Jack. I'll take that out of like the snack, you know, because I'm paying for snacks and stuff. So I'm not
Right.
gonna pay for Jack, and then anything else that you owe me for snacks, you know. So make sure you're keeping. So of
Look
course,
at
John was like, I
that,
would love to see like
budgeting.
a spreadsheet, you know, like
Oh
see if you
my-
could see if you could figure it
Get on
out.
Excel,
Yeah.
Ava,
Yeah.
and make me a spreadsheet, please.
Right?
Well, I think it's like a good opportunity for her to learn.
It
like,
is.
okay, I made this much, but I spent this much, so
Uh-huh.
really, I only made this much.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
like a whole business.
Yep.
So I'll just
It's
probably help her see,
cute.
like at the end. You
It's
know,
like the lemonade stand thing. Like
it
she's
is.
practicing a little entrepreneurial
Yep.
It's really cute.
venture. I love it.
She loves it. So it's fun.
I know the first thing when I got home, was it yesterday? When did we get home? 2 days ago.
Sunday.
And I came outside after I showered to go meet baby Liam.
Oh,
She ran right over to me.
I know.
Did you get the invite?
Yeah.
I loved it.
She kept
I'm all,
asking
yes,
me.
I got it right before we left. I said, I promise they'll be there. Sorry, I haven't texted back.
She was
me, I'm
very
like-
concerned.
She was. I'm like, they're in Powell. They probably don't have service most
No,
of the time.
it
So
was
just
off and
wait.
on, yeah.
I'm sure they'll be there. Just calm down.
Yes.
Mom, they're home. Can I go ask them? I'm like, sure, whatever.
Well,
Go
she
away.
wanted to send out like a flyer. She told me all
Yeah.
about it when I was cutting her hair. She's like, I have
Yes.
flyers already, but Tara's gone, and if I leave it on their porch, I don't know if they'll get it. And Molly was gone, and I was like,
She
well,
was really
maybe you
worried.
could send out like an Evite or.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Is
She
that why
was
she
real
did the
worried.
text?
Yeah. I was
Yeah,
like,
that was
just take a
perfect.
picture of
That was
everything.
perfect.
Yep.
Yeah. She's so
I thought it was so cute. She drew a rainbow on the invite and everything.
She did.
It's so cute.
We went to Lake Powell.
Yeah, you did.
You guys,
So fun.
I don't know why I was so stressed about the weather.
Yeah.
I mean, I know why, because I was thinking sleeping in 100 degrees
Yeah, it's a
would be
lot.
rough with kids.
Yes.
It cooled down at night, just by the
Did
way.
it?
I think it got to like 80s, which that sounds hot, but when
Yeah.
you're in 110 to 115 every day,
But it
was-
feels
oh,
like.
but it feels like 70. I love Lake Powell. I have loved it my whole life. We haven't been there though for 3 years because we had our business, right? It was
Yeah.
hard to go somewhere that didn't have service, phone service. So this year we're like, hallelujah, we can just check out. Oh, I freaking love that place,
It
you
is the
guys.
best.
There is just, I told Mark when we got there, I'm like, I forgot how much I love it here. And our kids loved it. I mean, Zeta, oh my gosh, Zeta Freya. Zeta, 1.5, right? Champ did fantastic. Rocket 4 loved it. He asked if we could go back the minute we got home.
That's cute.
And Freya also loved it, almost 7. They were little fishes in the water. Everybody was like, your kids are so brave. They just had their life jackets just floating out there in the middle of the lake. Not in the middle, but
Yeah.
by the houseboat,
You're
just
like,
by
"Bye."
themselves. Didn't
See
have to
ya.
hang on to us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have fun.
But the pool probably helped with that this year, right? Like
Totally.
they've been doing so good at
Yes.
the pool. Yeah.
There's a slide off the houseboat. Rock went off it with Mark.
Yes.
Yeah, they were just so brave. And I love how we just got to check out. I was telling Kim yesterday, I'm like, you really do just check out because there's no internet unless we went to the marina. So everyone is forced to just like connect and have conversation, And we played card games. We played Werewolf. You guys ever played that?
I think so. Is that the cards and someone is?
It's
is
where
it
you
kinda
draw-
like murder or
Kind of like murder mystery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Like some people are werewolves. The others are villagers. Some people have powers. So it's just a battle of like wits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, it was so great. And the sky there, you will never see a more beautiful sky. You will not. So we totally acclimated too. Like no AC. We were totally fine. Totally fine. And it just forces you to get in the water more and play. It was amazing.
I'm jealous.
It's amazing. I'm already like, I can't wait for next year.
I know Mark
fun.
came back and he's like, so if we got a share in that, would you guys all come? And I was like, honestly, no.
Molly said, how nice is the boat?
No, it's just
Yeah, I was going to say.
I'm like, I love it, but like 1 week
It's a lot of work.
is a lot and enough.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot.
See, we used to go 2 weeks every year.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like 2 times?
Two
1
two
week?
separate times.
Yeah.
I just
Mhm.
think if we didn't have all of the vacations we have been having,
Yeah.
some
A
that
lot.
are not our choice,
Yeah.
that it would be yes,
Right?
but I'm like, well, I can't be gone more.
I know. Oh, I just the dedicated time I got with my kids too.
I know,
Because you're
it
not
is the
distracted
best.
by your house duties.
Yep.
Like I said, by your phone. The only time I got it out was to take pictures and videos of the trip. And I did put one reel together when we went to the marina, but it was fast because it's like you can select it all and it does it for you. It was one of those.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just felt like doing it, so I did. But yeah, we all should go, whoever wants to. Like it would be
I do. Okay,
a
it's
blast.
just a lot. I didn't want to just say yes right away.
Right.
I know Mark told me about it. He's like, I'm all baby, I already know. Ollie said no, right? He's like, yeah, I'm all we've talked about it. He's all, that blows me away. I'm like, well, they're spoiled. They have like a huge houseboat with AC, you know, like we're more like we rough it. Like it's a different experience, you know?
I know. And we don't have to, I mean, we do plan some of it, but most of it, no. So I'm like,
Yeah, it's nice. to
and
not have-
pay for it.
Yeah.
Like,
Right?
Yes.
Right.
The gas
That's
gets
expensive.
pricey.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not that expensive of a trip though, I will say. When you think about it, like if you think about flying somewhere or paying like entry rate, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Actually. But yeah, if you've never been to Lake Powell, go. Put that
are
on your
fun.
list because it is incredible. It's a beautiful, beautiful place.
It's
Loved
awesome.
it.
You're going soon.
We're going Wednesday. Next,
Mm.
it'll be the day after
Next
this
Wednesday?
airs,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Do you guys go to the Arizona or Utah side? I can't remember.
I think it's Arizona. It's Antelope Point.
Okay. Yeah,
So
that's
it's
Arizona.
A little bit yeah, because we pass Page,
Yes.
which is Arizona.
Arizona.
Okay,
Yep.
Yes.
We always go to Halls Crossing, Utah side, and Bullfrog. It's right there. I've been to the Arizona side one time, and I liked the Utah side better, but I haven't been like deep into the canyons in Arizona.
I wouldn't know. We go to.
Have you always been to the Arizona side?
Yeah, and I would get so lost in that lake, like trying to find.
It's huge.
Oh my gosh, they're always like, oh, there's Gunpoint or Cookie Jar. I'm like, I don't know what the hell are you talking about?
Cookie jar.
Yeah,
Is that over in Arizona?
I think so. That is the one thing that I can see because it does look like a cookie jar. It's like a straight up rock with a little,
Jar top.
yeah,
Yeah.
a little
that's
round
cool.
top. So I'm like, okay, I can point that out, but the rest of it, I'm like,
I have no idea.
I don't know
No.
what that is.
Yeah.
and I haven't ridden a Sea-Doo since the first time me and Matt went
What?
because I bucked him off and I felt terrible and now I'm scared. I've been anxious ever since. That
Didn't
was
you-
before we were married.
Didn't
so
you
like
ride something
14 years ago?
at Bear Lake when we got those?
Nope.
You
Her and
didn't?
Kim didn't.
I went
They-
on it.
Yeah, Kim
You did?
Mm-hmm.
You and Cody end up going out?
Mhm.
I thought you just watched all our kids. You guys did go out. Okay, good. I'm glad.
I did not.
Okay.
I think we had peace by then. One of them fell asleep or something. I don't know.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, Matt keeps trying to get me to go. I'm like, nope. I'll go on with him.
Yeah.
But you won't drive it.
But you don't
I
want to
won't
drive it? See, I want to drive it. I get nervous when, like, if Mark's in control, the bigger waves make me more scared. If
Yeah.
I'm in control, I'm like, oh, we got this.
Yeah.
I think he feels the same.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm driving, he's like, oh, shit. You know, like, clenching. And
I remember
you
from Bear Lake, and he was like, "Geesh."
oh, you guys, Mark and I are so broken. My back hurts so bad. My lower back has never hurt this bad. I think it's starting to feel a little bit better.
Is it from sleeping?
No, it's definitely from, we tubed, wake surf, and wakeboarded in one day. Like back to back. We were just playing like crazy, which that's common in PAL. It's
Yeah.
like you just go. We had a lot of chill time too, though, because my stepdad and uncle, they're getting older. Like, you know, so there's a lot of like floating and just chilling and
float
swimming.
so much.
Yes. Which is so fun. You just float and chat.
Yeah. I mean,
Soak
the
in the
kids love
sun.
it. They jump out of the boat
Yep.
on and off, on and
Yep.
off, on and off.
Yep. You're just in
They're
and out of the water
exhausting.
constantly. But you just bring your floaties, like the
Yep.
really cool
Yep.
floating chairs that are cozy, and sit and float.
Yep.
But we were laughing because when we got back to the houseboat that night, my gosh, my back doesn't feel right. And Mark's like limping. He's like, babe, my hammy and my groin. Like we were dying. And we had a couple good falls. We did.
Yeah.
Like I slapped the water one time pretty good, wakeboarding, and he hit pretty hard on a tube ride. Not crazy. Like no one got terribly hurt, but we got back. We're like, this is when you're pushing 40.
Right.
This is what it
No,
feels like.
it's like you feel young doing all that
Yes.
stuff. You're like, woo, party!
Yes. Like I
And then
got
the next day you're
this.
like, oh,
Yeah.
my whole body.
Yep. It was literally that night. I'm like, oh, I don't feel right, babe. I'm like trying to lay all weird. Yeah, I'm like, this is so weird. Anyways, it's worth it. I'd do it again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's so fun.
it is fun.
There's nothing like boating. Now Mark and I have been looking at like timeshares and wake surf boats.
Real cheap stuff.
Real cheap stuff.
Yeah.
No big deal.
It's hard not to.
Just set some goals and then
Yeah.
we'll work hard to get there, you know?
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm jealous.
So I'm on cloud 9 right now. I'm still having like that post vacation.
Mhm.
Yay. We were wiped yesterday though.
Yeah.
We were like 2 lumps on a log. So tired. You know how you get that way when you get back from somewhere?
But I feel like that
Anyways.
now.
You didn't get back from somewhere.
Yeah.
Me and Kim went to an event
Oh, yes.
for Wally Case and Mad Hair.
Mm-hmm.
That house.
It was not very big.
No, it was
Very
really
small.
small. I literally, like, multiple times was like, I could go stay in one of those rooms and they wouldn't know for
I mean, you could for like a solid
a
week.
week,
Yeah.
probably.
I mean, it was
Okay.
it was a crazy house.
That thing was huge.
They don't.
That land was
It just
huge.
broke today.
Like the backyard.
Yeah.
I felt like I was at a venue, like a wedding
Yeah, it
venue.
was
Yeah.
beautiful.
It was so pretty.
From what you sent us, that's exactly what it looked like. It does not look like a home.
No.
The
It
lawn
looked
was like
stunning.
pristine.
Yep.
Yeah. Looks like, you know, in the movies when they have these outdoor parties at these fancy houses.
exactly what
like
it was.
that's what it
That's
looked
what it
like.
was.
I was like, that's not real life.
Right.
Yeah.
Do people really live like that?
Right.
Do we come have
This
a
is all
party?
pretend.
Do you want to come have a party in my backyard? We might fit 10 people.
I'm still dreaming of that pasta salad.
Oh,
They had
was
this
it
pasta
good?
salad with feta. I took like half a plate full of it.
Feta?
Mm.
Where was it? Was it from? Was it catered?
It
Or
must
somebody
have
make
Yeah,
it?
there was a food truck. Did you
Yeah.
see it in the?
Oh,
In
but
the
do you
veranda?
think they did the I don't even know what that means.
I don't either.
I have seen that food truck. So they had pizzas too. So I wonder
Yeah.
if it was both of them or
Is it
just
Fiona?
the pizza. I think so. That one with the like clear.
It's like a fire.
Yes.
And it's a
Mhm.
fire. Okay.
It was
I'm
So
gonna
they
look
did
up
the
a pasta salad.
pizzas.
It
And
was
then
the
there's-
best. So Molly at one point had black on her face,
from the
and
pizza.
I was like, "You're black on your face." Then she had some on the side of her tooth. Then she turned, and I was like, "Molly, you have some on the other side." She's like, "Where is it coming?"
Yeah, it was like 30 minutes past when I ate. I was like, what is this just appearing? I don't get it.
I don't know if I like hadn't seen that side of your face or something, but I was like, "No, it's in this side."
Like, and how many people have I talked to
I
since
know,
I ate
right?
that?
I know.
Oh, cool.
And then a couple of the girls pulled me aside for one of those like 360 cameras.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I get the like screenshot of like the beginning of the video and it's me like,
Oh,
oh,
my.
that's cute. And the whole video I'm like doing all these funny faces. Of course these girls are like, I mean, they're adorable. I was like,
Right.
You're adorable.
I swear
Who
I saw it.
invited
You
you?
looked
It was cute. Yeah.
I think I saw
It was
it on
pretty
your
funny.
stories,
It was
right?
funny. Yeah.
You looked
Yeah.
cute. Have you
So
seen?
we got lots of free stuff.
There's a video where one
Perfect.
girl's like, "Okay, everybody look like a model. Look all cutesy," and then she like does these,
Yes.
like,
I
weird,
saw
like,
that.
dinosaur
I've
like
seen
moves.
that.
Like
Yes.
I
The one
was
that
dying.
So she said do a model and then she was
And then
doing
she
Yes.
was looking. I'm
I've
like,
seen that.
that's
It
my
was so
that's my
funny.
speed right there.
Then
I
they
loved
watched it
I feel
back
like that
and-
would be the four of us. If 4 of us were on there.
Yeah. Yes.
I know.
You would be the one.
And
I
then
know.
we got free cases, Wally cases,
Yes.
and hair stuff, and a makeup case, and the sweater, and then free piercing.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
That's
I was
cool.
like,
The
I'm not gonna get
piercings were
piercing, and then
free.
I was like, that's
Molly
free.
talked me into it.
And I talked her into it.
But it's cute.
I-
Are you
yours
happy
is
you
too.
got it?
Love
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah, I like it. And
It's
it hasn't
super
really
cute.
it hurt for like 2 days.
I was
And
like,
it's
you
been,
gotta
like-
get it. It's free.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, take it out. But
100%.
it's free.
Right.
And then it looked like it hurt real bad when she got done. I was like,
It
oh,
did.
she's gonna hate me.
She even told me, she's like, I hope she doesn't regret it. I hope she doesn't. I hope she's not mad at me for
It did
me.
hurt.
As
Like,
they were doing it, I could see her face. I was like, oh shit, that's on me.
Sorry, Kim.
Whose idea was this?
Right.
Who put my friend in this chair?
that piercing probably hurt the most. It was like, she goes, that one, she said it like zings, and it did. It was
Oh,
like,
great.
like, ooh.
Yeah.
And then, but it's healed real good.
That's so cool.
That's awesome.
I love it.
It
Yeah,
is
it's
really
it
cute.
is
So
cute.
pretty. That earring is my favorite.
Show it off, Kim.
It's the rectangle one, right? Yeah.
Like the long,
Yep.
but it has the cute stones in it.
It did bruise a little. It's the first one I've had that bruised.
I think it is still a little bruised on
Yeah.
the top.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were showing me yesterday. It does look a little bruised, but
It was fun. It's a crazy world.
It
It
is a
is.
weird. The whole
know.
influencer world is strange.
know.
And then we're leaving, and one of my friends was like, go take a blanket. And I was like, I'm not just going to take a blanket. Because they had like an outdoor movie theater set up.
What?
Yes. And they had like big
You know
love
the-
sacks and
They had like the blow up screens.
Yeah.
They had, like one of those out there.
Like blankets to like keep?
oh yeah.
What?
And so I'm
Well,
leaving, and I talked
top
to
of everything
Kaylee, who
else?
hosted it, and she's like, "Go take a blanket." I was like, "I thought Fatty was joking." Like she's like, and I was like, "I wasn't just gonna take a blanket." And I was like, "Well, can I just take one of the love sacks?" She's like, "We could probably figure it out." I was like, "No, I'm not gonna roll out
Yeah,
with a love sack."
She was like, just go ask them. And we're like,
What?
we already
Oh my
looked like
gosh.
we were smuggling out
We did.
blankets. We're like,
We like grabbed them and went out the back way because I was like, this still feels weird. So like we grabbed them, we're like "Boop, boop, boop," out the back. And somebody said that they started guarding the blankets at one point.
really?
really?
And
Because they weren't supposed to be taken.
I don't know
What?
because
Well, we
Kaylee
got
told
one.
us, and then she's like, Fatty went to grab one, and the lady was like, oh, I don't think we're supposed to take these, and she's like, yeah, we are. I guess they just took one and kind of ran.
There you go. I love it.
Whoops.
I love that.
She said I
You've
could.
got these bits from
Oh.
your ponytail.
I like it.
Oh, coming out like
Yeah.
this? What bits? I don't have baby hair.
The flyaways?
No, it's just the
Oh, that's fine. I
those
did
from
not
the-
even know.
Oh,
I didn't notice it until you kept turning this way.
Are they still there?
Oh, they're
Nope.
kind of tucked
Well,
underneath. I
You're
mean,
better.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's good.
There we go.
Sticking straight out now.
Oh,
I think that's better. Though.
I do too think it's better. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
because
looks
it's like
better. There we
now
go.
it's just it's messy. It
Okay.
goes-
I
just
Do I
don't know.
have something in my teeth too?
Right?
On this
Let me
side
see.
and this side.
Nope.
And on your face.
Yeah.
You don't
my
have those.
face.
this
I
time.
don't. Okay, the one I had a
That's why I thought about
curled
it.
around. It looks ridiculous.
I'm gonna
It's
have
fine.
to watch that.
Then I had a legit beach bag. So I'm like, I'm going to a pool party. So I had like
Did anyone get in the pool?
2 people. Okay, there was like 5. And I was going to, but I just got the piercing.
Oh,
So I
like
had
you
this
can't
big
get
old,
wet.
nobody else had bags. I had a big beach bag. So I got my towels, my sunscreen.
I'm ready for the pool
So
party.
I got a change of clothes. I was like, I was ready. That's why I kept telling people, I was like, I'm just gonna stay the night. They
Right?
won't know.
Right?
That's how I would have been though.
I
Like
know.
a pool party. Like be
that's-
prepared.
I feel like there's so many pool parties that nobody gets in
Gets
the
in the
pool
pool.
like
Yeah.
that.
I
Like
know.
show up in your swimsuit and walk around.
Right.
Yep. Have
right.
some food.
Just put on your high heels and, you know,
I know.
a
pretend
Barbie.
that you're getting
A
wet.
Barbie pool party.
A Barbie pool party.
And the 5 that did get in were like, Molly, are you serious? I was like, I just got a piercing.
I know, you should have cannonballed in there before you got
Before
your
your
piercing.
piercing.
should've.
Dang it.
We got him
Next
pretty
time.
early.
Mm-hmm.
We were
Really?
kind of we tried to get first in line
Yeah.
because then there was a long list.
Yeah,
I'm sure once they figured out it was free, it's like,
Oh yeah.
Yep.
We did have a donut at one point.
Did
I
you?
told Molly, I was like, this doesn't seem like a donut crowd.
And a popsicle.
And food.
We ate all the food and the soda.
Yeah.
yeah, it's an event.
Yeah.
That's part of the fun is the food.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Seriously.
It's a good time.
It's like when you go to a wedding. I remember when we were planning our wedding long time ago. People were like, just serve cake. I'm like, no.
I
Yeah,
want to
no way.
eat.
The best part is the food. I don't just want cake. So we did. We spent a lot of money on catered food.
I remember a lot of people saying that our food was really good, but we were so in the moment we never ate.
Same.
Yep.
And then we got back to the hotel. We ordered
Starving.
McDonald's.
Really?
I got a big Diet Coke on the way home, and then they packed up some of our food and some of our cake,
Oh.
and we
fun.
sat there for a while and just ate.
Yeah.
I got, I think, one bite. We had a chef there that made, it was kind of like Asian food. was it like mix of Thai, maybe like Chinese. Anyways, he made these super yummy noodles, and then we had lettuce wraps.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody was like, that was so good. And same thing, it was gone. I think I had one bite of the noodles. Mark and I were like, damn it. But everybody said it was really good.
Yeah.
Oh my hell, I keep swaying, you guys. Do you ever do that when you get back from PAL?
Oh,
After being on the houseboat in the waves? Off and on, Mark and I are like, oh shit, are you swaying? I'm like, yes. I feel like I'm moving right now.
I don't feel like
you
it
are.
while I'm there on
No,
the boat.
it's
And then
when
when
you
I
get
get
home.
home, I'm like,
Yep.
Yep.
Like, whoa, like you're standing like, whoa.
Yep.
We're in the shower.
Yeah.
Side note, sorry. I felt like I was swaying.
So John now has a niece and a nephew both getting married this fall. So one is in September and one is in October. And then
I can't take September. That's our birthday month.
True.
Well, sorry. And
I already got things going on that
my
month.
cousin is also getting married in September. And when I did her nails the other week, she asked me to be a bridesmaid.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cute. Actually,
yeah.
you do have something in your teeth.
Aw.
Yes. It's pretty far back there, though. It's like one of the ones you
I'll
can
just talk
barely
like this
see.
so you
No,
can't
you
see it.
can't barely see it. I think it's just my angle. Anyway,
That's cute.
Yeah.
that is cute.
Is she going to invite us? Tell her that we want to be there because we've met
Okay.
her twice.
Okay. I'll tell her.
It's like we got to root for Ashley.
Yeah, we got
so
to. Yeah, you're
Ashley
in
comes
it.
down the aisle. We're like,
she is doing a like a what is that?
Reception.
Like a normal wedding.
Yeah.
And then
A
I think they're
civil
getting married.
ceremony?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think they're getting married.
People out of state are probably like, what are you talking about?
know.
I know.
those damn Mormons
Right?
that get married in
Right?
the temple.
Well, John's niece and nephew are both in the temple, so we'll probably just be at the reception. For
Yeah.
Right. Oh, you
Grab a
better
nut cup.
Grab a nut.
Yep.
The mints mixed with the nuts.
Actually,
Maybe
I think his
crackers
niece
and
is
cheese.
only doing a dinner, not like a full reception. So
Oh.
that might be nice.
Yeah, that might.
It's like a 6-hour-long dinner, and I think they were talking last night. I
What?
think they asked John to DJ.
What is that?
A 6-hour long.
Well, it's like dinner.
Like
the
a 6
parent,
course?
They're going to do like a walk down the aisle for the people, like a ring ceremony, basically.
Okay.
And then they're going to have like the parents talk, and then they're going to have dancing and stuff like that. They
Okay.
probably have the space reserved for 6 hours
okay.
or something.
Okay.
Seems like a long time.
Yeah, that's a long time to eat.
I think they asked John to DJ because they were talking about music or something. I don't know. I need to. He used to DJ all the time.
I could
at
actually
stuff.
see him
Yeah.
DJing. I totally could.
Yeah.
That's
'Cause
one
he's like
skill I want to learn.
Yeah.
Well,
he's
I,
like
no,
the-
I want like real DJing. Yes, I would love to learn. He
Yes.
just gets
Like
a
me.
music list.
Yeah.
but I feel
I
like
know.
he's that person every
He
time we
is.
all do
He is.
something.
He is,
You know,
yes.
he's the
Yeah.
music guy.
He is.
I had my first soccer mom comp tournament.
Yes.
How was it?
I'm addicted.
Yeah.
I was like, when's the next one? Matt's like, calm down. Because we only signed up for one. But there were
Okay.
a couple other ones. I was like, so when we got home, I was like, Matt, how do we get the mesquite one on the table? Do I write the group? And he's like, no. Can you just chill? I was like, no, I want to write them and see if it's back on the table. Like, could we do it? It's in Mesquite, Nevada in January. I'm like, that'd
yeah.
be such a
Oh,
nice
That would
forced getaway.
Totally.
Perfect to warm weather.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
That's when you feel like getting away.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
I'll go watch that tournament.
Right?
Same,
Yeah, we could
same.
all go.
Just a reason to get out of the cold.
January.
know.
January. I won't be going anywhere.
And I
I'll
love
be
it.
staying home.
I love competitive sports. I freaking love it.
Our parents
Like
are
live, you know?
very into it. I'm like, our parent section might get in trouble this year. The semifinal game, we finished. So they won 3 games. They had the top points in their little bracket. I was so proud. It's the first time they've played together. It's only been like a month of practice together. I was like, you guys rock. And I went in with not very high hopes.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it's a brand new team.
Yeah.
Right.
And a lot of them are new to comp.
Yeah, I was going to say their first
They've
year
been
of
playing rec,
competition
which
league.
is usually
Yep.
not very competitive, and so I didn't have high hopes. In the first game, it was 2-0 in the first half, and I was like, see. And then they came back 3-2. They scored like 3
It's awesome.
guys.
So wait, did they win then?
Cool.
Yeah. Well, okay. So they won their bracket.
Okay.
So they were in semifinals on Saturday, and they lost 5-3.
Hey,
They
you know
didn't
what?
have
Good
their.
job.
I know they did so good.
Yeah.
They had. They have this really good player. His name's Jacoby.
Okay.
This kid is.
That's a cool name.
I know.
Is it
Number
spelled
one.
like Jacob, but it's pronounced Jacoby?
Jacob with the EY.
Okay.
Jacoby. And he is just, he scores a lot of the points. He's a really good forward, good striker. He was gone. So that was kind of sad, but they still
Gotcha.
did so good without him.
Yeah.
And then poor Noah, right at the end, so they were down 3-5. He got like kind of a breakaway and went to score and missed, and he was on the ground.
shoot.
Oh,
But it was
no.
offsides anyway.
Oh.
So I kept trying to tell him, I was like, dude, it wouldn't have counted. You were offsides. Like, that's what it was called. Even if you had scored it,
Oh.
it's not
It
going to
wouldn't
count. But he was definitely in his head. It was pretty sad. That was the only part I did not like. But, of course, they need to learn
Yeah.
They do.
that it's not going to.
How does he get? Does he cry? Does he get mad?
He was, he cried a little.
Yeah,
And then he wouldn't talk to anybody. He's very in his head.
in his head.
Yep. And then,
That's good for him to learn, though.
yeah. And it didn't last too long.
That's good.
He kind of raised his spirits.
Snapped out of it.
Yep. And then he goes, Mom, that other coach was so mean. He was mean.
Really?
There was one point we had a kid down with an injury, and the guy on the coach is like, "Get the ball!" Like telling his team to keep playing.
Really?
I was like, "Are you kidding?" Like nobody
Like
was moving.
attend to your freaking teammate.
Yeah. And then at one point they yelled at our coach, "You've been complaining this whole half," because we had some really bad calls against us. And then he was just mean. Noah just did not like that. He's like, and he said he was mean. I didn't like it. I was like, dude, you're gonna have to get used to it. I said there's gonna be mean
There
parents.
is.
There's
It's
gonna
true.
be mean coaches. Like there's gonna be mean refs. Like people are gonna be mean.
It's true.
Like that's just part of it.
I
And
know.
it sucks,
It does.
but oh my gosh,
Yeah, it's hard. Oh, those mean coaches.
yeah.
I want to pop him in
I
the
know.
face. You can be stern.
Yeah.
Be stern,
Yeah.
like, but
Mhm.
when you're mean,
I loved it
like
too. Our
someone's
coach,
injured, that's messed
our
up.
coach is kind of, I think he's a little Mormon boy. From just my guess. I mean, I am one. Not a boy, but I am a Mormon, so I kind of know. And one of the really bad calls, that's bullshit. And I was like, yeah.
I love that. You got an edge.
Get him.
Get him, coach. But yeah, it was really fun.
That's so fun. That is so fun.
I was like looking for tents and umbrellas. We were the only ones like without umbrellas. It was like 95 degrees.
oh,
This guy on our team, tight pants. He came over, tight pants. He came over to Matt. He's like, I have an extra umbrella. And Matt's like, oh, we're fine. He's like, dude, you're ginger. You're going to burn. Take the umbrella. Matt's like, okay.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
I love that.
It was so good. So yeah,
Take the umbrella, Ginger.
take it, dude.
You can tell like the first time sports parents
Yep.
versus like the real experienced ones
Oh,
that
I
show
mean,
up
some
with a
people had
tent.
yep.
Yeah.
Most
True.
of them had full on tents.
Yeah.
Multiple chairs, like this just huge setup. And I was like, we thought we were doing good with our we have a little shade tent for our kids, of
Right.
course. Like, we're good. There was like a limo wagon.
What?
Remember the
Oh.
wagon we have that?
Yeah.
There was one that was like pretty much the length of this table. I was like,
Oh,
we need
That's
that.
They're
cool.
prepared.
6 chairs that we need each
That's
time.
Right?
Right?
Yep. Start packing it up. You're gonna want it.
That's gonna be awesome.
Especially when they're in competition, you've got multiple legs. Multiple legs
Yeah.
that you need chairs for.
We do.
Multiple games. What the hell am I trying to say?
there it is.
Is your back okay over there?
I know. You
I
keep rubbing
dude,
it.
It hurts, you guys. Yeah. I'll be fine.
I don't know what it
did, but I tweaked it for
With your multiple legs.
Yeah, that's my multiple legs.
Then I was looking at those like weather pods where you like
Yes.
zip yourself in this whole like clear pod.
Yeah.
Those
Matt's
are
like,
pretty cool.
Stop.
They
I was
are.
like, these would be sweet. He's like, you're right.
You're not wrong.
We're like sitting next to each other in our single pods.
When it's cold out there and you have to watch,
I
it's
know.
miserable.
Yes, I know.
You have to bundle up.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's what we did growing up, watching my brother's games.
Yep.
And same, that was my mom. She had all the things
Yeah.
because we went to so many games. We always liked the canopy in the summer because I feel like there was more airflow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like those tents,
Yep.
you don't get that wind.
Yes.
You know what
And
I'm saying?
Can't sometimes see out of the sides.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We were looking into all of it.
Yep.
Trying to figure out our best.
What to get?
Yep.
Best off.
Winter, there's probably way more better things now, but we would always keep like the hand warmers
Yes.
and whatever you can bring.
So yeah, I was a soccer mom before. I had 2 kids in rec soccer, but like we're full fledged We got 1
Yep.
in comp and 2 in rec.
That's right. You're
Yep.
a real soccer
You're a
mom
soccer
now.
mom.
Good thing you have the van for it.
That's right.
It's
Seriously.
And a van.
And a van.
You have a van and a van.
A minivan
Van
and a van.
in a van.
Me too.
I don't call it van ever because the other day I was about to and I was talking to Van and I was like, that's going to be so confusing.
Yeah,
I was
just
like,
say get in the
yep,
car.
that's our car.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, get in the car. That's how I feel with rock. When I see rocks, I'm all, Rock, go grab the rock. And I'm like, go grab that round thing that's hard.
Go grab that stone.
Right? Yeah, grab the stone. Grab the flat one. We'll skip it in the water. Like, you know?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, jeez. It's good times.
I'm trying to think with Jack. You know, like a car jack.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's true.
My other kids have two normal names, I guess.
Mine too. I didn't do
Yeah.
anything. You guys abandoned me and Ashley.
We were just here
Okay.
on the weekend.
Fine.
Just live life. Nothing wrong with that.
My sister and her fiance stayed at our house while we were gone. And I get a text from my sister and she's like, Molly, are these cameras working? And I was like, oh, crap. We had a camera in the guest room because the girls were sleeping down there for a few days. So we had one in the guest room and we have one in the basement where they were staying.
Oh, yeah.
Because the kids play down there. You know, we like to check. She's like, are these cameras working? I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot to like take those out. She goes, I just walked butt naked in there, turned around and I was like, oh.
That's awesome.
She's like, so don't roll that footage back. I
Yeah.
was like, luckily those aren't recorded. Those are just
Right.
live. Yeah.
Right.
I was like, and I don't have any sort of like motion
Yeah.
sensors
Right.
or anything
Right.
set up.
That's
She's all, I just had sex.
I know.
I just, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'd be freaking out.
That's what I thought it was going to be like.
Right?
Well, you never
No,
know.
she's like, I just got out of the shower and I turned around. I was like, oh, there's a camera.
There was a ton of cars one night, and we were like,
Yeah.
"Oh man, maybe they're having a party."
yeah, that's a
Really?
joked, yeah.
I think
think
it
it
was a
was-
neighbor.
Yeah. I think it was the other neighbor.
Well, you thought, oh, really?
Oh, really?
They partied over there?
Every time Chris came into the doorbell cam.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I was going to make a compilation because it was awesome.
It's funny.
And then he texted me at one
Thumbs
point. He's
up.
like, yo, I won't be offended, but like, can I bring caffeinated beverages into your house? I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, number one, you,
Caffeinated?
yes. I was like, you guys always bring coffee in when you're here. And then we drink Diet Mountain Dew religiously. He's like, I just didn't know if I could like, you know, I know we bring it in, but like store it there.
Oh,
It's,
that's
that was really
nice.
nice
It
of
is
you.
nice
It
to
is.
check. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
thoughtful.
Yeah,
That was nice
You're like-
of him.
Chris, do you know me?
I know.
All about the caffeine
That's-
over here.
My sister was gone at a little bachelorette party and she got back. She's like, I had no clue he texted that because I know the answer and I know you
Right.
don't care.
That's funny though.
That's sweet.
It
I
is
know.
sweet.
It
Yeah.
was nice.
Oh. So no one called the cops on him, right?
No, I told him that we were going to. He's like, that'd be a good prank. And one that I couldn't do anything about and be like, yeah, I'll leave.
Dora, I'm
Yeah,
going.
I'm going. I got to listen to you guys. So.
It's too bad we
Right?
didn't know. I guess the guy that used to live in your house,
Oh
we could have gone and knocked on the.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah, he could have. Mike? Yeah.
But he's Draper, I think. The guy down the street is Conwood Heights. I don't know. I just
the
would have.
one on
I
the
just.
corner.
I mean, I would have.
We need a cop friend.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I told him. I said, my friends wanted a cop friend so they could prank you. He's like, that would be a good one.
I didn't even see him.
I know.
I didn't see him. I saw the car.
I
Yeah.
saw Nikki get a package once. That was it. I
I
don't think
didn't
I
see him
happened to
at all.
drive by or something at the same
You weren't
time.
like, come on.
They're very
out.
discreet.
They were just in
They're
there.
in and out.
You're low
And
key.
then she was like, I got like a $14 thing of guacamole at Harmon's.
Oh,
She was so mad. It was like one of the
Oh,
small
it's
ones.
so expensive.
Yeah.
They
I know.
didn't check the price.
It's expensive, but it's
They
good.
get you.
Yeah, Harmon's. Anything you buy,
I
your
know.
stick of gum is going to be like $5.
I know.
but
It's
it's
true.
so convenient. That place gets me every time.
I
me
know.
too.
I'm like, dang it.
Well, it's
I know.
so good.
It is good. The guacamole is good.
It's delicious.
And it lasts a couple days without going gross.
Yes, true.
That was our week.
Yeah, that's ours. My kids don't have any cavities. Did I share that?
Oh,
No.
That was a
that's
huge
big
win
news.
for us.
That's
They went
Good.
before like Pal. All three, no cavities.
Oh, Mark took them, huh?
Mark took them.
Yeah,
Yep,
I
I'm all.
remember
I love it. We're very like shared them all. You're up, bro.
Now that you say that,
It's your
I feel like
turn.
I have a dentist appointment sometimes.
Was it today?
Now I'm worried because I remember getting a text reminder I wonder if we missed it.
There's a thing on your phone.
A calendar, I know.
I feel like our
It works
dentist
when you use it. It works really nice
calls
when
us,
you use it.
texts us.
I'm never gonna let
I
you guys
know, they
down.
I
usually
do
do.
so many reminders.
That's why I never put it in my calendar because I was like,
Yeah.
oh, they'll text me 5 times beforehand.
Yep.
I'll
Maybe
still
they
put
did a really early reminder.
maybe.
I'll still put a for some things a reminder on the event, so it like will alert me a certain amount of
No.
time before, so I have time to like get there
When-
if I
Right.
When I
forgot.
did
to
look
prep.
at your calendar, though, it stressed me out a
Oh,
little
did?
bit. Yeah.
Is there a lot going on?
Yeah.
Because everyone
There's
has
like
their own.
8 of them.
Well, I have
That
perfectly
would-
polished. I have
that would
Mom's Take
stress me
5,
out.
which has like nothing on it,
Right.
and then each kid has one, which doesn't have very much, but it's color coded, so I can see who has what
See,
when.
that already stresses me out. Makes me feeling anxious talking about it.
See, the
No, it's
last season when we had the 2 soccer players, the gymnastics, I put it all in.
Oh, and then they switched it all.
And then they switched
Changed
it
it
all.
all.
I
Yep,
know.
because of the weather, because it
Uh-huh.
snowed so much.
This is where I have to write mine. I feel like I remember it better because I write it down.
That cognitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do write theirs, I guess, in colored.
See, it's just the same.
Tyler's green, Nick's blue.
Yeah.
I don't color code shit.
Well, and what's
I just
nice
put it
about
in there.
this is I don't have to have it with. I don't have to have
Try
that
to
paper
remember to
one.
put it
Yeah.
It's just with me.
I don't even put it in there.
So
I don't
anytime,
have that many things, though, I
Yeah.
guess.
so like anytime someone's like, "Hey, are you available today?" and me like, "Oh, well, I'll look at my calendar when I get home." I'm like, well, let me see.
See, I use that as an excuse. Give me enough time to be
Yeah.
like, do I want to do it?
Or I'll just look and be like, "Yeah, no, I think we have something that's not set in stone yet, but I'll get back to you." Did you see
Good
the
one.
full? Did you see the Fulmers?
Oh, yes.
today?
The,
What?
Jomo.
Oh,
instead
yes.
of FOMO, they had Jomo.
Joy of this. That was
That's
great.
funny.
That was a good one.
I like that a
Jomo?
lot.
Joy of missing out. Instead,
Oh.
they're like,
They
we
used
used to
to
suffer
suffer
from FOMO.
It was a Lazy Blake
Now we have
commercial
Jomo.
for a
Oh, really?
couch.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
It
It was
was very-
creative.
It was very good.
awesome.
Yes.
I like that Jomo. That's really good. Now we
Anyway.
have Jomo.
Oh, we
Joy
got to
of
go to
missing
Smashing
out.
Pumpkins tonight.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
John's going too.
Yeah.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's
He
going
is?
with the music guy.
Music guy.
He's a guy.
That'll be fun.
I know.
Yeah.
That'll be super. Is it outdoor concert? What's that place called?
USANA.
USANA.
Yeah, they have,
I almost said the Gallivan Center. You guys, I'm really broken.
They have
My
box
brain is not
seats, which I
functioning.
never knew.
Yeah, I didn't know that
And the
either.
company that bought Divvy, Bill, they just wrote, they're like, music is very important. So they have like drawings all the time for like concerts in New York, like all
Oh,
over.
really?
And then they
What?
must own a box seat. And so every concert at USANA, they do a giveaway.
Oh.
That's
so Matt
cool.
entered that one.
That's awesome.
And he
He's
got
like,
it?
I want it. It's a box seat. And I was like, do I gotta go?
yeah, exactly.
Is it my turn?
I know.
Yeah.
Like,
That
I
would
know
be-
a few Smashing Pumpkins. Actually, I
Right?
knew more than I thought.
Uh-huh.
I looked at them on Spotify. I was like, okay.
Yep.
They have
I
a lot
know
of good ones.
these.
Okay,
I
yep,
know.
They really do.
I just
Smashing
forgot about most of them.
Pumpkins is good.
So
Yep.
that'll be fun.
That'll be
It's
so
fun.
fun.
It's going to be fun. You're going to have fun.
I'm
You're
so
gonna have
much fun.
so much
It's going to
fun.
be a lot of fun.
It's so fun.
Be prepared for fun.
Like
Yep.
box seat fun.
It is. I mean, it doesn't
Like, you're
sound
gonna
so
get there
incredible.
and
Side
you
of
and Matt
fun.
are going to have fun
So
for
fun.
sure. No doubt it'll be fun.
Oh gosh.
I love it. I love concerts. Mark and I need to go to a concert. We have not been, I think, since Blink-182 before Zeta
Forever
was
ago.
born.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Because when were
At
they here
USANA.
before that? Oh, they were here, but it wasn't with Tom. It was
Correct.
with
Yep, it was with the other guy. Yep.
Get it done.
That's right.
I know.
John and I wanted to go to that.
There were a lot coming.
It was good.
I don't know if
It was fun.
I was telling Matt, I was like, I don't know if we're
Yeah.
seeing all these
Fun.
concerts because we can now kind of afford to actually get the tickets.
Right.
So it
Right.
seems like there's a lot of concerts all of a sudden.
Yeah, we've
He's like,
been to
I
a lot
think
this
it's-
year too.
I think it's because we're actually looking. I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yep. I think
You
that's
feel like
totally
you
the
can
thing.
leave your kids. and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I have decided, I think I told a couple of you that life is just messed up. Like it should be. So, because I was telling Matt, I was like, we now have the money, kind of, to play more,
Right.
but we don't have the energy or
Yep.
the time,
And we have four
and
kids.
we have 4 kids. Like we
Yeah.
don't have the childcare. When we're young,
Uh-huh.
we've got all the time in the world,
Yep.
all the energy in the world, and absolutely no money.
It's just
Yep.
to keep you out of trouble.
Right? Because we wouldn't
like-
spend it responsibly probably then.
That's true.
So you were
but,
telling me
like,
this last night, and that's what I was saying. That's what I did in my
I
like,
know.
late 20s.
Some people are
Right.
smart and did that.
Yeah, I didn't.
But we were in college and then got married
And you had
we're
like
poor.
5 kids at that point.
And we just popped
Yeah.
all these
Popped
children
them all.
out, like 100 of them.
Like rabbits.
So yeah, I decided they they need to like see the future and be like, hey, you're going to make this much money, so we're going to give you a quick advance when you're in your 20s.
So you can go do those
That'd be
things.
nice.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Why can't they make that happen?
That's why 40 is the new 20. I think that's why.
That's
Because when you hit,
That's bullshit.
you know, when you're pushing that.
Maybe the
Well,
new 50s.
yeah, there we go.
50s.
But your guys' 40s will probably be different than my 40s.
We're gonna be in our 40s together.
Yeah, Kim, stop acting like
But
you're so
no,
much
I'm-
older.
We're
But
just thinking like when our
when
kids are
you're-
gone.
When you're in your 40s, Van will be, what, 7?
Okay, he's 2 now. I'm 35.
He'll be 7. So you going into your 40s is very different than me going into my
That's true.
40s.
Because her
You'll be
youngest
able
will be
to,
older.
yeah, you'll be able to leave them home by
Yep.
themselves because
Your oldest will be old enough to.
what, like 14?
14. Ew.
So that'll be very different.
Oh, that's crazy.
Right? That's so weird
Yeah.
to think about. That's a good point.
It is a
It'll
good
be-
point.
But I think that's why it's like either people play in their 20s and have kids later,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or
Either
vice
way.
versa.
Or
You
your
know,
kids are
start
gone and you
younger.
can.
Sorry, Cody, you never get to play.
That's true. He did both.
Whoops.
Oops.
Today, say you and Cody are good though about taking single trips. Like you go somewhere, he goes somewhere,
It's mainly
and
because
one
we
of you is
have
home with
to.
the kids.
Because our kids can't. No one
Right.
can tolerate our kids for that long.
For that
Whatever. It's your kids can't tolerate being
Yes.
away from you.
Yes, exactly.
You're being too good
But
of
you
a
guys are
mom.
good at that.
Yeah.
Like I do
Yeah.
feel like you both get out in that way.
Yeah.
You know? I'm excited. I'm almost 37, you
Yeah.
guys.
Dun,
I know.
dun, dun.
What?
Thursday?
That's really weird.
Friday is your birthday.
Yeah.
We're going out on Thursday, though.
Yep. I'm excited.
Do you have any idea what we're doing?
I honestly don't. I have no idea. I'm just excited.
I think we did real good on this one.
Yeah.
And by we, I mean Kim.
right.
Always plans them.
I know.
I
Guys,
figured.
we're going to have to step up
figured.
our game this year. We need to have a little planning committee meeting.
Yes, we do.
know.
Yes, we
Let's
do.
Start now. Let's start now.
For
Kim
what?
gets the
On your
shaft
birthday.
because she's the one that plans it. And then when it's her
Should I
birthday,
just
we're
plan
like,
my own?
oh,
No.
Yeah,
we don't have Kim to plan it.
Right? What are we going to do?
It's her birthday.
Shit, we better make it happen.
That's terrible.
We'll plan it. We'll plan ahead.
We're
You
gonna
just
do
got to
so
tell
good.
me, like,
It's a terrible time of year.
It is a
You gotta
terrible
tell me
time
how
of
to
year.
dress,
That part
though.
is correct.
you gotta
Tell you
me
how to dress?
like, yeah.
Oh, okay, we'll let you know.
Okay, let me know.
When we plan it, we'll let you know.
Okay.
Just kidding. I'm excited.
It's always the hard part when you don't know, you know?
I know.
Do you need to stand up for a minute?
Just like do
I'm just going to put some pressure.
Right.
Yeah, it feels good when I stretch. I've been doing a lot of like
Worst feeling.
touch my toes. You know what I mean?
You should try and drop a toilet paper roll.
I
Try
should.
and See if you could catch
I'll
it.
see if that'll pop
I will
something
never
back
get
into
it.
place.
We should
you
try
try
it.
it?
No, my booty's probably way too big though. It's like bloop, bloop, every time.
Maybe we should all do it before we go.
Okay.
Put it on mom's
I got
Take 5.
real close.
You did.
That last
You
one,
did.
you did get close.
When you like arched your back.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got the
I wonder if
closest.
because
Somebody
I'm taller, I
said
might
yes.
be able to.
Yeah,
Long
somebody's like,
arms.
she's really tall and has long arms. Like, there's
Yeah.
a longer distance
Time.
to drop. I was
Right.
like, oh, yeah.
So do you
I'm
think
dropping
that
mine
gives
and
it?
it's on the floor in
Does
2
it-
seconds.
More time
Okay.
to
and you
fall.
and you
I
had a
see.
bigger, heavier toilet paper roll.
Yes.
You did?
And thicker.
Yeah.
What is this called? Physics? This is physics
Yeah.
right here.
And a thicker booty to pop it.
That's what I'm saying.
Pop, block, and drop
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
So guys, we're talking
Nice.
about birth order.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
There's lots
That's
of
what we're doing.
lots of info on this.
Mm-hmm.
It just kept coming, so I picked one article.
Love it.
Article. I love those articles. And rhubarb and Freshka.
Fresh costume.
John actually
Wait, you're
gave
gonna have a moment.
me this idea, so thanks,
he
John,
did.
for the content.
Oh, look at that.
Appreciate it.
Thanks,
Nice
John.
He loved
job.
our
Conspiracy
theories.
theories.
That's right up his alley.
So, do you feel like you guys fit your birth order?
I
in
think
your,
I
Mostly. I think I mostly do.
You want
yes.
the brief one?
think I'm kind of a mix.
I think I'm kind of different. I'm a last born, but I'm also slightly an only child.
Mm-hmm.
So I think mine's
could
kind
see
of
that.
like skewed a little because I was a oops child.
Right.
Right.
So there was, I think when I was, how old was I? Then my sister, like everybody was moved out except me.
But I bet your parents didn't parent you like an only child. I bet they parented you more like a youngest.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Or like a first child because you were their fourth.
Yeah.
So they had already experienced.
Mhm.
But maybe for you, though. Yeah. I have heard that if there's a certain age gap, then the baby can still have firstborn or oldest child tendencies. Because they're there's that big gap. So you kind of grow up.
But I see those firstborn traits: responsible, motivated, conscientious, controlling,
Conscientious.
cautious, reliable, perfectionist, achiever, leader, bossy. The only thing I see right there is cautious. That would
Timely.
relate to me.
Timely's on there.
And that's for the last.
That's for firstborn.
Oh,
Rule follower. You're a rule follower.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. And this one says lastborns are uncomplicated, manipulative, seeks attention. Probably. Self-centered. Maybe little. Fun, social, charming, outgoing.
I would
So
say
maybe
you're,
I do fit a little bit.
I would say you're more of a last child.
I think so too.
But then only child says sensitive, which
Mm-hmm.
I am. Responsible? No. Perfectionist? Absolutely not.
That's the only child.
That's, yeah. Yep. Center of attention. That makes sense when there's an only child.
I
So,
feel
yeah.
like a firstborn is parented very differently.
Oh,
Mhm.
100%.
Just because it's, obviously your first kid.
Right.
And this does say their parents are new at their job.
Mm-hmm.
They're more strict, have higher
Yep.
expectations, more anxious.
Yep.
And I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
I do,
I do too.
And then once like other kids are added to the mix, then they're given a different role as like a little bit of the caregiver,
Mm-hmm.
the firstborn.
Well, and you like let things go. I remember with Freya, anytime she dropped her binky, I'd rinse off her binky.
Yeah,
I
I
remember
had,
people would say that ain't gonna happen with the second kid. I'm like, whatever.
I had
it's not
binky
hard.
wipes. They had a case, and then
Oh
with
yeah,
Nick,
I had the
would
little
be like,
the little boogie wipes.
Yeah.
Like I was always prepared. And then with Rock, it was totally like drop the binky and I would like quickly lick it with my mouth. Like,
Mhm.
okay, I'll get the germs off in my mouth. Here you go. With
Mhm.
Zeta, it was like, blow it off. You're fine. Even though she never had a binky, but it was like if she drops like her cup or something, you're fine.
Yep.
Just put it
Oh,
back
yeah.
in. You know what I mean?
do I fit?
Yeah. What are you, Kim?
So I'm the youngest. Uncomplicated, manipulative. That's a hard word to say.
Conscientious.
Yeah.
Seeks
I still
attention,
can't say that one.
self-centered, fun, social, charming, outgoing. I don't feel like I fit a lot of the lastborn.
I feel like you fit more firstborn.
Yeah.
If
hold
I
on.
wouldn't know.
You would think I was an oldest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I do feel like you
Responsible.
are very responsible.
Yep.
You're timely, stubborn, right?
Yeah.
I feel you fit firstborn more.
Mm-hmm. I do too.
What is it? Is it your brother, sister, and then you?
hmm
Okay.
And you guys, what was your age gap?
Between me and my brother is 7 years. Between me and my sister's 5.
5.
Oh,
So
there
you
is a
could-
gap.
that.
You could
Yeah.
have the last youngest with firstborn
Yeah. Yep.
tendencies because
Maybe.
there's that gap.
Maybe
That's
I
a
got
pretty
both.
good gap.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I'm a firstborn. Responsible, motivated, conscientious,
You said that perfectly.
right? Controlling, cautious, reliable, perfectionist, achiever, leader, bossy. There was also another thing that said timely, rule follower,
Oh, you're definitely timely.
go getter,
yeah.
right? I was
You're
like,
fitting like perfect in here.
I am not a rule follower at all. I may ask for forgiveness, not permission. I am not timely
What?
at all,
That's shocking.
right? No, never guess that.
I think you're a good mix.
Yeah, but I would say I'm bossy, no doubt. I used to be a perfectionist, not anymore at all. That went out the door with my kids.
Yeah.
I'm motivated. Yeah, I agree with that. Decently cautious. I don't know. But firstborn usually, like the type A type, usually fits me overall. For sure. You're firstborn, huh, Ash? But you,
No,
Yeah. How?
I am, but I think that's why I think I'm a mix because
Yeah.
with my mom, I'm the baby. With my dad, I'm the oldest.
Okay.
So I play
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
both roles.
and there's a gap between you.
I think there's like a 3.5 year gap between my sister and I.
You and your
but then there's
sister.
12 and 15
Yeah.
years between my brothers. and I.
Right. And you and your sister didn't always live in the same house.
Only till I was 10.
Yeah.
So are you an only child?
I think that I am probably a little
All
bit of
of them?
each.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, you do have all
You
of
do
it.
have all of it.
You do, because only child seeks approval, sensitive, leader, confident, center of attention, mature for their age,
I think I was always
conscientious,
mature.
Rub it in.
Responsible.
Then I can't say it, okay?
perfectionist. Say it like conscientious.
Conscientious.
And I'll bet you'll be able to say
See, I still can't say it. My mouth does not want to form conscientious.
conscientious. It's easy if you say it like that.
Conscientious. Okay.
There you go.
Got it.
Okay, so now you guys need to put us in an order.
Oh, okay.
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 There will be, you can pick, obviously one will have two.
Right.
Between
or
the four of
or
us,
I guess
right?
you can pick two middle
middle.
children.
Okay.
So between the four. of
Yes,
us.
between the four of us.
we were
and in
siblings.
our, and in our
Okay.
relationship and how we kind of function.
Are we including only child in this, or is it just
No, maybe
the
just do
okay.
two middle.
Okay. That's interesting that
gosh.
middle says can be religious. Oh, rebellious. I thought it said religious. I'm all, where's the logic in that? Rebellious.
That's funny.
Ooh.
I got mine. I feel pretty good about mine. Wait, are we supposed to write anything other than our names?
I just did the order.
Yeah, that's how I did.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I'm not ready.
I got mine. Be conscientious.
Conscientious.
Right? Rather than conscientious. See? Conscientious.
Conscience.
Conscientious. Conscientious.
Conscientious.
It doesn't even sound like a real word now. Conscientious. Conscientious.
Let's see what everyone has.
I'm showing the
we're
camera.
different.
What?
I couldn't decide between me or
know.
Tara. That's kind of
Well, I felt
for youngest.
What? Me the youngest?
I did that because it's more like the fun social, like, and I feel like a lot of younger, this is just going off of this one, but that they are risk takers, outgoing, dependent, persistent, fun loving, charming, easygoing, free spirited.
Oh, okay.
That seems more like you.
Youngest?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I agree with that. That other list didn't say that.
I
Did
know
it?
they're kind of different.
Yeah, they do kind of vary a little bit.
See, I was torn. I definitely put you, Kim, up at the first.
yeah.
Because I do feel like,
We all did.
okay, yeah.
In the middle, I felt they're adaptable,
Right.
dreamers, genuine, or generous. So I feel like you guys both fit into that pretty good.
True.
I'm just gonna stick with it.
Yeah.
Just keeping it.
Yeah.
Not doing it either
Right?
or.
All right, there it is. So Ashley's definitely the middle.
Middle.
We all agreed on Ashley's.
Yeah.
And Kim,
Somewhere
And
in
pretty
there.
much Kim is the oldest.
Oldest.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I put her up there too.
it's just a toss up
Yeah.
whether
Me and
Mhm.
Yep.
you and I.
I'm the youngest or you're the youngest.
Right? We're both twins.
Last born.
Youngest twins.
What about your
That's funny.
kids? How do your kids fit in that?
I feel like mine fit pretty well. I think there's a couple things that, like multiple, like that a couple of them are multiple traits, you know, in different categories. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So like I feel like Matthew definitely falls into the first.
And I'll read the first. So the firstborn, these are like kind of the key traits that this list had. Go-getter, responsible, role model, determined, rule follower, hard worker, cautious, bossy, and timely.
Yeah. That's definitely
On
That
firstborn.
is every single trait there is Noah.
right.
Every
All of
single
it?
one. He is more timely than me. It's very annoying. Be like, aren't we supposed to be there now? Like, shut it.
Right?
We'll get there when we get there. And he's responsible. I think a big thing is the whole like he was parented different.
Yeah.
I was very strict. He had
Yep.
very like lots of timeouts.
Yep.
And I feel like he kind of got that independence too while being alone.
Yep.
Mhm.
That kid was making his breakfast at like 3 or 4. And he made breakfast for all of his siblings today.
I saw that. That was so cute.
Yeah. So cute.
I know. And it looked good.
Yeah.
It was. He did very
good job.
good.
I
I
feel
was like, I want one.
Noah and Matthew
Are
are
very
definitely
Definitely
First
first
child.
child.
First
Yep.
child.
For sure.
100%.
like
Yep.
every single thing I read. I was like, yep, that's definitely Matthew and Noah.
Yep.
Yep.
And the whole like perfectionist thing.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Matt's like that. He's not a firstborn, but he is a perfectionist. And anytime Noah's like that, I'm like, you've got to deal with that because I
Don't understand.
I don't get
why.
it one bit. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's a tiny mistake. Like,
It's gonna be
erase it and move. But no, like that's a big deal, and it's hard. 'Cause
Right.
I'm like, I know it's a big deal to you, but it's not really.
Mhm.
That's why
Right.
I'm always like, Matt, figure this out because
Yeah.
I can't relate.
Right.
I don't feel like Tyler fits into a firstborn
I don't feel like he does
Yeah,
either
I
as
agree.
much.
because he's like none of these. I feel
I feel like Nick is more.
like he's definitely good. He definitely is like the role model, and
Yeah.
he takes on like that role of like the big brother with Nick.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because he wasn't like Cody's first. Like maybe he
Yeah.
Maybe.
is a little different that way. But
And
That's
the
what I was going to say with Tristan and
yeah,
what was the
right.
gap between those two?
between
Kalel. Kalel's the
No,
youngest.
Tyler and Nick.
20 months.
Okay, so maybe he didn't have enough time too to.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Noah's was only like 25 months, but I don't know.
But he definitely, I don't, besides the,
well, maybe
um,
because it wasn't Cody's first, too. So he probably
Yeah.
didn't quite parent him like a first child,
Yeah.
you know?
but I mean, I sure did.
Right. Right.
Like I feel like I parented him like all of these. I was more strict, more anxious,
Yeah.
but he doesn't, he's not, I mean, he follows the rules, but he's not a hard worker. Sorry, Tyler, but he's not timely. That kid takes like 45 minutes to get his gems on.
To get his jammies. I feel like Freya is definitely more of a first child than the rest of the traits.
Yeah, I
Like,
would say
she's-
she's the first.
She's pretty independent. She's definitely more stubborn.
And she's
bossy.
responsible.
She's responsible. When we have to be somewhere, she is like my mom. Is it time to go? We should be
Mhm.
early. She will say that. Like same thing.
Yeah.
It's like she likes to be early to school. That's why we always got there early, and she would play on the playground. You know what I mean?
Okay,
But she is more of my like emotional one. Which does that fall into that? Like, oh
I feel
my
like
word,
that's
Noah is too.
boy girl.
is
Well,
it?
Well, Matthew can be. I don't know. I feel like Matthew's growing out of it a little bit, but Ava is
Yeah.
more. Well, Jack is. I don't know.
Oh my word,
They all are.
right? I mean, that could just be part of being a kid.
Yeah, or
you
just
know?
a trait. Like I'm emotional, so maybe they inherited that from me rather
Right.
than like birth order or something.
Right.
Yeah,
I
'cause
mean,
none
all
of them-
kids feel their emotions to the extreme, right? Because they don't understand how not to. They
Yeah.
haven't had that maturity yet. But in Lake Powell, for example, we went to the marina every day to get ice, right? And every time you go to the marina, it's a store and there's like fun things to buy. And that always costs an arm and a leg because it's Lake Powell. But I did tell the kids, like, they each get to pick one thing 2 of the days we want, right? And the first day they pick something little. Second day they pick something little too. They just picked like jewelry and like a cool ankle bracelet and stuff. And so the third day, I'm like, okay, that's it. Like, all done. Freya, oh my word, it was like, asked me probably 10 times. And like the last 5 times she was crying. My mom was looking at me. I'm like, I'm going to lose my shit. I'm going to lose my shit. She's like, honey, it's okay to say no and stick to it. I'm like, I'm sticking to it. But I'm like, I'm about throwing in a damn lake. With a life jacket, but
Good disclaimer.
right?
with life jacket.
Don't
What
worry.
does that mean?
I want her to survive. I just need a minute,
I would never.
right?
I feel like
there.
that could
Oh.
be age as well because I will get asked 900 billion times. And like, I don't feel like I steer away from like what I said the first time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, sure, does it happen? Yes, but not regularly.
I know. But I feel like part of that was Mark and I's fault as a first child. We were probably a little more anxious with her, but we also spoiled her rotten. I will be we spoiled her. We lived in Arizona where it was just us for almost a year. So every time we went to the grocery store, we let her pick out a toy or a treat every single time. So for a whole year, that's what she knew was yes. So once we got more kids and we're like, hey, this shit's pricey. We can't do this all the time. She had to learn no. And the rest of my kids, easy peasy. Rock, okay, mom. Boom. He'll put it back. He's done. Zeta, she's so young. She doesn't even know what's going on, right? She doesn't really care. But she's my hardest. And Mark and I was like, damn it, we kind of set ourselves up for that because of
I
how
feel like
we,
that's a trait kind of an older kid.
yeah,
Just maybe getting their way.
more. 'cause
More
it
I
was
was
just-
gonna say mine's kind of opposite because with Noah I was so strict and I kind of had that in mind. Like,
Yeah.
I
that's
have
true.
to, and we were so poor at
Yeah.
that point that I was like, well, you can't have stuff. And so him and Emmy grew up definitely being told no a lot. And then they go off to school, and I'm just left with Lucy and Van,
that's-
who's a baby.
Right.
And Lucy's getting told yes all the time. And now she's the one
That has a
freaking
hard
out
time.
if she's told no. And it's
Yeah.
going to be even worse with Van.
Right.
Because all of them are going to be at school. So I'm going to be like, yeah.
Go
yeah,
for
'cause,
it.
like I can afford it now. It's only one of you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. The rest are gone.
Right?
Yeah, I probably took
Party
Jack
time.
to lunch more often once
Yep.
the other kids were gone.
Yeah.
It's just easier.
It's true.
Cheaper.
That's how we joke that my baby sister is the most spoiled.
Oh, I
The
was
way
100% more spoiled.
She gets all the Nikes, custom. She's like you with shoes, Molly. She gets all the new ones. All like I'm always like, dude, your closet is dope. I wish we wore the same shoe size. And like we'll joke, we're like, we know who the golden child is because she's spoiled.
Yeah.
But same thing. My mom and John, my stepdad, make more money now.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're in a different spot as
Yep.
parents.
We're all out of the house, but my sister Hannah, so she's the spoiled baby.
Oh,
Yep.
I mean, even her wardrobe in high school, I'm like, holy shit, you've got like nicer clothes than I do. You know?
I know. I get teased a lot for being the spoiled and favorite one. But I mean, yeah,
It's
my parents were in a different spot.
Yes.
They had money. I was the only one.
Yes.
Like, of course, I'm going to get more stuff.
And there was a 7-year
They don't have-
gap.
they don't have to
Yeah.
split that funds with
Anybody
more
else?
other kids. Yeah.
Yeah, she drives the nicest car than we all did. Like,
Oh, yeah. I had my parents bought me a little Ford Focus in high school. The other kids
Really?
had these like
run.
beaters.
Yeah, beater cars, the
Yep.
typical 1st.
Mhm. I mean, I did when I was 16. I drove a beater for a while, and then once it died, the Ford Focus. It wasn't super nice, and it wasn't
No.
brand new, but compared to
What they drove.
the other things, it was very nice.
It is so different.
Yep.
Okay, so the middle child, I mean, you can, in our kids, I feel like I could see immediately that my second child was being parented different.
Mm-hmm.
And they are born into like a kid world.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
your first is born into an adult world.
that's
The
true.
only toys they have are the toys they get. Whereas like your second and like consecutive kids are born into like a kid environment.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's true.
They are, from the beginning, this says that they never know like having 100% of the parents' attention.
It's true.
So where your first, for however many years, gets undivided
Undivided attention.
attention of both parents,
Yep.
lots of times grandparents, you know, especially
Yep.
if they're like
The first
the
grandchild.
oldest of grandkids. Yeah.
Yep.
And that was Freya.
And
Yeah.
so, I mean, I could see it immediately, but they are usually, they usually get along well with others and they have like good negotiating skills. So a lot of some
The
of the,
middle.
some of the traits from this list are adaptable, social butterfly, dreamer, generous, creative, rebellious, competitive, funny, and great negotiator.
I could actually see that with Rock
Yeah.
because he is
Yeah.
my, what did you say before negotiator? Rebellious?
Funny,
He's not-
competitive, rebellious, creative.
He's not rebellious, I would say, but he's definitely my negotiator. Like Freya's more the, but I want it, Mom. And I'm like, no. And then Rock's like, but Mom, I was thinking that, you know, he comes in with like,
Yeah.
and I'm
All
like,
these reasons.
yes, I'm like sucked in because you're being so sweet. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, let's do it. You know what I mean?
I think this other list has some good ones because Phil's left out, which my sister, middle child, is notorious for saying, I'm the forgotten child. She says it all the time. Peacekeeper, people pleaser, and the go-between. And
On the middle?
and independent.
Yeah, that's Ava.
Definitely
I was going to
independent.
say, those ones sound more like Emmy. And the first ones you read sound 100% like
Lucy. Social butterfly, dreamer,
Rebellious.
generous.
Yes. Yes.
This one has rebellious too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, they're born into such a different world.
Yep.
It's true.
And I always tell Cody, I'm like, if you just, from the time he was a baby, Nick, if you just like ignored him, he'd fall asleep. Still to this day, like he will be chattering. He'll stop talking. You can ignore him. He'll be asleep. If you like aren't playing with him and interacting, he'll go find something to do, play by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a difference from Tyler, who needed constant entertaining.
Yep.
And like, mom.
I feel like Matthew
Yep.
still needs entertaining.
That's
If he doesn't have a screen, he's like, well, now
Firstborn.
what? Now what?
Firstborn.
Now what? Now what? I'm
Right.
like,
We were
dude,
there to entertain them for
Mhm.
the
Uh-huh.
whole first part of their.
Uh-huh.
told you. I'm like, I'm not your entertainment. Go
Yeah.
find something to do.
Yeah.
I feel like Ava fits middle child pretty good.
She is a great middle child.
Yeah.
Which I have to be careful and make sure that she feels included
Yes.
a lot because she is so independent and she will just go
Mhm.
off for hours and just do her own thing without well, you just won't see her. So I try to like, hey, do you want to come to the store with me? Or, you know, so that we have like that one-on-one
Yep.
time.
It makes it easy to do other things
Mm-hmm.
because they are so entertained. But then I agree. You're like, I've ignored you all day.
Right. Or
Totally.
maybe the other kids who are like really trying for that extra attention
Yeah.
get it. Where
Yep.
the middle kids are like,
Yeah.
Whereas the squeaky wheel gets
Yep.
the grease.
Yep.
I
Mhm.
feel like Rock fits middle child.
Oh, totally. I've said that where I'm like, I feel like I haven't seen him all day
Mhm.
long.
Yep.
He's just
doing
very
his
like
thing.
goes about
Yeah.
what to do.
Like instead of, Mom, get me chocolate milk. I want chocolate milk. Rock's like, pour my own.
Yeah.
I'll mix my
Get it
own.
myself.
Like, I don't need
Yeah.
you, Mom. I got
Figure
this.
ish out.
Right? It's so true. He's the one that sleeps independently in his bed.
Mhm.
Literally every night. It is very rare he'll come into our room. Whereas Freya still struggles.
Mhm.
Zato, I co-sleep at that age with all of them, but it's crazy.
I feel like Lucy fits it more than Emmy. But Emmy's kind of the quiet, also rebellious, but quiet about it so she never gets caught for it. I don't know. So like they both fit, but I feel like Lucy fits more so
More
as a middle
outwardly.
child.
Yep.
Mhm.
I think that's why Mark loves Lucy. He's like, I know Molly has said she'll be a turd, but he's like, I love how
No,
she's just
everybody loves
to your
Lucy.
face about it.
Yes.
He's like, I love how you don't have to question how she feels. She'll just be like, screw you.
Yeah.
I don't need that. You know what I mean?
Well, I was telling Kim yesterday we were cleaning up and she had her little go-kart in the middle of the garage.
Yeah.
And I was like, girl, you got to go move that. She's like, no. And I was like, Dad's going to run it over. She goes like, I don't care. I was like, that was a lot of money. She's like,
Right.
I don't care. I was like, it's going to get broken. She's like, I don't care. Yeah. Oh, girl,
You're
I'm
like,
going to
"I
throw you in the
swear."
lake.
Right?
Yeah. Without a life jacket.
You better watch it. It's
Yeah,
so
I feel
funny.
like the middle one can kind of be tricky. They can probably take
Both.
on maybe a little bit of older
Yeah.
or
yeah.
middle child.
I feel like Emmy's just like the quintessential, like quiet, slightly forgotten. I feel like she is kind of because
She's more quiet.
Yep. The
Mhm.
personalities like before and after her are so big
Right.
that I feel it. And I try and think about that too often. Like, oh, I got to give her attention because
Yep.
she's not seeking the attention like kind of
Right.
Noah and
Right.
like Lucy being rebellious and loud. And
Yeah.
Yep.
so I don't know. That is a hard one.
It
Yep.
is. That's how I feel about Rock.
Yep.
Like, dude, I need it. That's why Mark and I need to get better at taking them out individually. I
Oh,
told them
that
back
is
to school
hard.
shopping, we're going to just go one-on-one.
Yep. We do the back to school dates. And
Yes.
that's awesome. And we are always like, oh, we'll do this. Like take one a month.
I know. It's
It's
hard.
hard.
And every
She's
time I
busy.
do it, it's so great.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, we got to do it. So we'll get back on it for like a short and then
Yep.
it's so busy. Everything's just busy.
It is.
know.
Other than they always just want to go, Dad.
Do they?
Yes.
We do let them pick. And I do get slightly offended when
I think
they...
Mark's got all the dates.
Really?
I'm serious. All of them. There's been
Well,
some
'cause
like
they don't get as
random
much
things
time.
they've just come with me
Yeah.
on, but
Maybe
the official
after the-
date time.
Maybe after the summer, since they've had time with him. they'll
Yeah,
want-
maybe. I hope so.
It's just because you're too nice. Stop being so nice all the
no,
time.
no. I think it's because I'm the mean one.
Oh.
You are not
I don't
the
think
mean
you're the
one.
mean
I am. I'm
You
the
are
mean
not.
one. I think I'm more firm with them. No, Mark's pretty firm too, I guess. We're both sweet. But I do feel like they see me more.
Yeah.
And I will say I've had that third kid, like, shit's gotten a little more real. You know what I mean?
I tried to get
Like,
Tyler to go on a little date, and he's like, "No, I'm good."
I'm good. I think I will always have Noah's date.
Oh,
Yes.
Noah is such a mama's boy. And I think he thinks if he picks dad, it'll hurt my feelings. He doesn't care about hurting dad's
Aw.
feelings, but he definitely does not want to hurt mom's feelings.
that's so sweet.
Because he'll be like, oh, I kind of want to go with dad, but I was like, dude, go with
It's okay.
dad.
Yeah.
He's like, but I just really want to go with you.
Oh, that's so cute.
He is so sweet.
It's funny though, because my kids, they'll want me. Like if we're doing a project at home,
Oh, yeah.
they'll follow me everywhere. They want to hang out with me. At night, they want to all be on me. Like all three of them. and Mark will just be sprawled out on the couch, comfy
nice.
as a bug, and I'm like literally surrounded, you know, and I love it, but I'm like, the hell? But when we want to go do the fun stuff,
It's I don't know. The dads are always the fun ones.
They're the Disneyland dads.
Yeah.
I swear it's because if you're the stay-at-home parent, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to tell myself. That's why.
I think it totally makes sense.
Okay,
Plus,
so
oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say we're so tired to be the fun ones.
That's true.
That's true.
I'm always like people that complain that the dad's the fun one. I'm like, I'm fine with it. I'm too tired to be
Right?
the fun one. Like when he gets home
That's
and
true.
plays with them, I'm like, yeah, he is fun.
You're like,
I'm not.
do I
right
get
now.
a minute? Cool. Go for
You
it.
go be the fun one.
Yep.
That is very true.
Yeah.
Okay, youngest child. Parents with multiple kids are more laid back and lenient when it comes to raising their youngest.
Mm-hmm.
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 They usually tend to have happy-go-lucky personalities, less reliant on their parents.
Yep.
They get lots of extra attention, which sometimes keeps them from being independent.
That's Jack.
In general, they're highly agreeable, extroverts. And this says their traits are risk taker, outgoing, dependent, persistent, fun-loving, charming, easygoing, and free-spirited, and spoiled.
Mm.
I would say that fits Nick pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jack is pretty free spirited, but I wouldn't say he's very agreeable.
But it says agreeable and persistent. I'm like, those kind of. I feel like those.
Conflict
Yeah.
a little bit.
Like when I think of persistent, I think of stubborn, which is
Right.
not agreeable.
No, Jack is pretty.
Because I was thinking the same thing. I was like, Van fits all of it except agreeable sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was this, which, by the way, he is no longer an asshole. That was just like a
Really?
month long.
I was talking to Matt about
Assholes
that. I
got
was like,
past
he
it.
seems a lot better. I haven't heard him scream.
yeah.
I haven't seen
His-
football.
You haven't
highlights
seen the
or-
football? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a month straight. I don't know if it was teething.
Maybe he didn't feel good.
I don't know.
It could have been teething. That would make sense.
But it was a long time.
Yeah. Well, it feels long when it's every
Yeah,
day.
that's true.
But you guys
That's
did
true.
luck out,
Going to
and
end.
I told Matt, I was like, you guys did leave for part of it.
I did. Yeah.
So that was
I was telling my mom, she called. And I was like, Mom, I'm
true.
sorry to say, but I think Van's back to his normal self. She's like, wonderful. That's great.
Glad I was there for it.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, Mom.
The other night he would like start a little fit, but it was like so cheesy. It was like
The fake cries.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
It was pretty funny. Yeah, I think Jack fits youngest for sure.
Yes, I could see
It's
that.
definitely like Ava, especially being like this middle mini mommy who's constantly taking care of him. And then Matthew feels like he has to take care of the discipline side. He's like, I mean, you did it for me. I'm like, that's right. And we'll continue to do it for Jack. You just worry about yourself. But he,
Right?
oh, it gets
The
so
job is to be
annoying.
friends.
Yes.
So this says they kind of have the like can do no wrong youngest child stereotype.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I don't know if Nick's just easier or if I'm more patient with it. Like I don't know how like I do feel like sometimes they'll do the same thing
Yeah.
and I react nicer.
Yes.
To Nick.
Oh, 100%.
Yes.
And I'm like, I don't know why. I don't know if
I
it's
feel
not
like
know.
they're that far apart, but I react way better to him than I do to Tyler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you're older, you know better. But
Yeah,
like,
I get more
oh.
hot-headed and just
Yeah.
like jump to like being mad a lot quicker
Right.
than I do with Nick.
me and Matt
Yeah.
have talked about that a lot, especially Noah and the girls. I'm like,
Mhm.
I don't know if it's Noah and all the younger because Van's still so young that we're just
Right.
he's
You kinda
he can do no wrong right now.
You kind of got to take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah,
when they're
but
babies.
baby.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do feel like we are so hard on Noah compared to the girls, and like we're conscientious of it, but we're still doing it. It's like we try so hard, and we know that we're doing it, but it still just keeps happening.
Yep.
It's like you're so set in parenting that one the same way you did
Yep.
Mhm.
that I don't know. It's so weird.
it is
I
weird.
hate it.
Yep.
Me too.
I
I
hate it.
agree.
I hate it
Mark
too.
has brought that up. He's like, babe, I feel like I'm probably more hard on Freya, me specifically.
Yeah.
And I've definitely tried to watch it more. And I don't know if it's because we're both girls and she's the oldest. You know what I mean? But I've definitely tried to pay a lot more attention to it over this past year.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I agree. It's like they're still so young.
I
And
know.
but it's part of that
and it's just it's not
oldest.
fair.
Right.
It doesn't make sense.
And
But
you're
it just
learning.
keeps
You don't understand what that age is quite capable of yet.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then when I now that I'm to Rock and he's the same age as Frey, I can kind of relate. Oh yeah, they're still little and this is kind of what they're capable of. It's such a trip being a parent and raising your first, because every age is your first time parenting them.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it's always, in a sense, our first time doing all of it. Like a second kid is different than a first. And and each kid is like different in how just their personality is and how they're going to react to whatever parenting. I mean, it's all just like
their own person.
Yeah.
You know?
It's all so crazy.
It is.
Parenting is really hard.
It is hard.
And knowing like what the right move is and how they're going to react to it.
And I feel like since they are the oldest, in our heads, they're older than they
They
really are.
are.
I agree.
Yep.
Yes.
Like I'm like, oh, you should be much more responsible than you are because you're
Yeah.
the oldest.
Right.
But dude, you're still 9.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
not really that old.
No,
Exactly.
you're still a kid.
Exactly.
Definitely still. I
it's
know.
so hard.
So hard.
But sometimes they act more mature because they were brought into that adult world. So,
Yep.
so you think that they're capable of understanding or whatever more than what
Right.
they really can on that age. I don't know. It's hard.
It's hard.
I do notice Nick will watch when Tyler, usually like his fits, or when he's getting in trouble. And Nick's even said, Tyler, why don't you just say sorry to mom?
Oh.
Or, you know, like he'll, so I'm sometimes wonder if he like, you know, maybe he's like learning from Tyler's mistake, you know, like
Right.
mistakes, but like his fits or whatever. But
Yep.
so he'll sit there and watch the fit, and he always has this like, what the hell face.
Yeah.
But he's so quick to say sorry. He's really quick to like, okay, mom, and then like do whatever he's asked.
Mm-hmm.
He's just, it's hard because he is just overall easier.
Mm-hmm.
He's always slept better. Yeah. So I'm
Always
always
a
like,
big factor.
yeah. I'm
Oh,
always like,
for
I feel
sure.
so bad that I get so, because it's so different.
Yep.
I
Yep.
feel like I'm a very different mom to both of them.
Uh-huh.
Same.
I know. I think it's good though, like to try to educate ourselves, because then we can be more.
Yeah, like
Try to
at
be
least
more
we're
aware.
noticing it.
Yes.
But it's
Yeah.
like I'm still not doing much to change it.
Right.
Well, that's our
Which is
habitual.
I know.
selves,
It is.
right? Yeah.
And I don't feel like I let Nick get away with, he's not like getting away with everything.
No.
I just feel like
no.
he doesn't put up the fight.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's not as like, we don't butt heads.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Bad.
yep. That's like me and Freya versus me and Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Rock will be the one that tries to be the peacekeeper, and like
Yep.
if I'm asking Freya for help and she's arguing with me, he's already helping. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he just digs right in. So it's just that different.
That's wild.
So
Like to-
instead of fun being our word of the episode, it's hard.
It's fuck this shit.
So hard.
Right?
It's that like annoying thing of it's hard, but it's beautiful.
Beautiful.
At the
Yeah.
same time.
All coexisting all the time.
Just
Hard but worth
annoying
it.
and
Yes.
lovely and tiring and
Right?
exciting.
But you want to do it. You don't want anybody else to do it. But then you do need the help. But then
Yep.
you don't think they'll do
Uh-huh.
it quite as good as you will.
That's
Isn't that
that's my
true?
controlling side. I know
Yeah.
that I am controlling. See, I really do think I could pick something out of all of those
Yeah.
that I
Right.
am.
Yeah.
Could
I
you
know.
pick out only child traits?
Probably.
Oh yeah.
Where is it? What are those ones again?
So there's no sibling competition,
Right.
sole focus of the parents, which I feel like would be so hard.
Which I
As
was
a
for a
parent.
while.
I feel like
Yeah.
it'd be hard.
To only have one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
agree.
Well, you don't have a sibling to be like, oh, mom and dad are driving me nuts.
Yeah.
Or to entertain them.
Yes, or to keep them busy.
Yeah.
They don't learn like any conflict resolution. I mean, maybe through friends.
Yeah,
Sure.
So their traits on this list, they seek approval, sensitive, leader, confident, center of attention, mature for their age, conscientious,
Sure, for your age.
responsible, and perfectionist.
I feel like I was a couple of the first ones.
And responsible and perfectionist.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
those. But there was a couple in the
And
middle.
That's one of the.
Yeah, you're right.
There was a couple in the middle that I
Yeah.
am not.
You're not mature for your age.
No, I think I am mature. For
Yes.
but I'm not confident. And what was the other
a
one?
Leader.
Yeah. Well, if I have to be, then I
Yeah.
try to take on things.
And
but
attention seeking.
I'm-
That's definitely you.
Yeah,
do
all
not
the way.
Give me all the attention. My name's
do not.
Ashley. Ashley. Ashley.
an
Ashley.
E.
Ashley.
With two E's. Get it right.
They're right if you want to be my friend.
Instead, she's like, "Oh, this is spelled wrong."
Yeah.
I didn't say anything.
That was head monologue.
It was.
Yeah. Oh, that's spelled wrong.
Yeah.
Take it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then I got in trouble for not speaking up. And I was like, I'm not going to be like, thanks for the gift, but it's wrong.
Right?
That's it.
Right? How dare you?
Yeah, it's funny.
I think it would be hard to be an only child and to raise an
Yes.
only child.
Yes.
Yes.
You're going to have
I
a
think it-
kid. Maybe try to have 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's how
And
I
then
felt
stop.
with Tyler. I was like, I don't know. Like,
Then stop. Don't have 4.
Tyler was so hard. Like, I didn't know if I wanted more, but I was like, I can't have an only child.
I know.
I know.
Could you
Like-
imagine, especially Tyler, if he was an only child? He would literally never leave my side.
No, he would
My
not.
cousin always says only children are weird. I
My
won't say
friend-
which cousin says that, but I have one cousin that's an only child. And I love him to death. He's awesome. But it's different.
It is.
Yes.
I have friends who
They-
only have
he's
one
very-
child, and it's hard.
Particular about all his things.
Because you never
Like,
You don't have to share.
You don't have to share. You don't. Like, I remember
Yeah.
we hang out all the time. I love him to death. If he hears this episode, he'll understand. He won't be mad.
I'm sure he's.
But like every time I would go to his house for sleepovers. We were like siblings growing up. We really were. We hung out all the time. But I'd be like putting a CD in Sega or to watch a movie. You know, that was our back in the day. He'd be like, oh, don't grab it like that. Hold on, let me just. And I was like, I remember I was like, what the fuck? This is weird. Like, I'm just putting it. Like, why are you so worried about this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was just his things, and they wanted to be very particular and so nice all the time. And I
Yeah.
was like, okay,
That's
I'll
kind
just sit here. You do
That's
it all.
kind of how I was.
Right?
But you know what's weird is because what's weird is when I lived with my sister in my younger years, I was just messy, and my sister hated it. I think at one point she literally put tape down the center of the room to be like, this is my side and this is yours.
Because you were messy?
Because I was so messy. But then I moved here to Utah, and I was
Yeah.
kind of the only child, and I had my own room. And like from the beginning, I kept everything very nice. Everything was always clean and tidy, and I was very particular. That's how Matthew is now.
Oh.
Even if I go in and dust, he's got a bunch of like Star Wars Lego
Legos,
sets.
yeah.
If I go in and just pick them up and dust underneath and set it back down, he knows. And there was one time he literally started crying because he was so angry with me that I went in there and did it. Very particular.
Perfectionist.
Perfectionist.
Yep.
So I'm like, you have to dust it then. And if you don't dust it, then I am going to come in there and I'm going to do it for you because there's like a layer of gross dust,
Right.
you know?
Right.
Clean it or I'm going to.
My friend Lanny was an only child, and I swear she loved coming to my house for that like chaos and the
Yes.
siblings and the.
Yeah.
And I mean, even when we were growing up, I was the only one. But anytime my siblings were home, she loved being there.
Yep.
She would comment and be like, "I would never have an only child.
Mm-mm.
Like I wouldn't do that." She did not like being an only child, but I've heard there's people that love it. So I don't know.
Does she
I
have
know.
kids now?
Yeah,
And how many?
she's got a stepson and then 2 of her own.
I have a few friends that are only children, very particular.
Yep.
And they have all said that like their friends become their family. Like you
Yep.
have really close friendships.
Yep.
Which you'd have to have
Yeah.
every-
Yeah.
anyone else in your life. Like you'd have to have lots of friends.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's like my old boss for years, Jimmy. He was an only child. And I'd give him a hard time too, because same thing. He was so particular about everything, extremely organized, which I feel like was probably part of being an only child. You know, as he was so organized, so on top of it. Nothing was ever out of place. But him and his wife were both only children. They only had one child.
Oh,
Oh.
really?
And they're like, we're done. I'm like,
Interesting.
shocking. But they have tons of friends, and friends
Yeah.
are their
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like living by myself was not a good thing if it would have gone much longer. Because you do get very set in like,
In your ways.
I can
Uh-huh.
leave this sock out. It'll be where I put it. Or this, cup, whatever
Yeah.
it is, you can
Yeah.
have your mess and your things never are moved.
It's true.
Right. I know.
Yeah. I never lived. Yeah. I always had a roommate, me and my girlfriend. She'd be like, oh my gosh, you make such a mess when you cook. There's stuff everywhere. And I was the type like, I'll get it later. And she was the type that's like, clean it up right now.
That would have been
Or
me.
I'd come home and she'd already have it clean. I'm like, I was
Yeah.
going to do it.
And she's cussing you out while she's
Right.
doing
She's
it.
like,
Yeah.
But then she'd like taste whatever I cook. She's like, that was actually really good. Oh, it's funny.
It is.
Those tendencies are funny.
Yeah.
And they're
It's crazy.
very accurate.
Yeah.
It's interesting the order you're born,
Yep.
like just how that can change your personality and like
Yeah.
I
affect
know.
how you are
Yep.
as an adult.
Right.
And,
It's true. It's so true.
I like it.
I do too.
all right. Well, we will wrap up here. Thanks for listening.
Yes.
Subscribe, follow, like.
YouTube,
share.
TikTok,
If you have
Instagram.
suggestions for us,
Yeah.
send them our way. We
Yeah.
always love them.
Yeah.
I actually have some things we need to read that I keep forgetting about.
Okay.
Remind me next time.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
Rock and roll.
DM us if you have ideas or things that you
Yes.
liked or didn't like. Like, we're all for the feedback. So,
Yes,
Yep.
we love it.
Even more of something similar we've talked
Yes.
about. We could do.
yeah, more in depth or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be
Well,
fun.
have a-
Be fun.
Have a great day, guys.
Yep.
We love you.
Bye.
Peace.